This is a rolling walker we picked up from Comodita. It's extra wide and extra sturdy with an orthopedic seat. I'll show you the pros and cons we have found so far with this. First, I'll show you the basics of how it works. So basically, it is a walker that you can also turn around and sit in for a seat anywhere you might go with it. There are many styles of walkers, and the difference with this one is there are extra large wheels. I believe these are 8-inch wheels. These are really grippy rubber. They're not hard plastic, so that makes them non-skid. The frame is made of aluminum, so it's very lightweight, but it does have a very rugged construction. The backrest is very sturdy and comfortable. It flexes, but it's got good support. And this seat is a little wider than some. The cushion is very thick. In fact, I'll show you, it does lift up and has this storage compartment underneath with a pocket here, and you can also see that there's a pocket here as well. And before I show you the braking system, I'll show you a more important feature. This is the cup holder. Very nice. And it does come off if you don't want it on there. I think there are also some other extras you can choose. We just needed the cup holder so we always can stay hydrated easily. These little flex tabs do work very well to keep many sizes in place. There are 3 positions for the brakes. Now these are just in the neutral position, and it's just like a bike. It's going to roll forward if you don't do anything, but if you squeeze on it, it's going to stop, just like the bike you used to be able to ride. Now there's a 3rd position besides free rolling and braking, and that is if you want the brakes to stay on without having to squeeze on the brakes, you just push down and that locks these front wheels from being able to spin at all, and that's handy if you're going to be turning around and sitting down. You don't want it to roll away from you as you're sitting. The height of these handlebars is adjustable. Right now this is fully extended and it comes to about my waist, but of course depending on what height you are, you can push the front, and there's also a back pin at the same time. So you're pinching and just push down. You've got quite a range of height to choose from here. That's as low as it goes, and the height you can see is not much higher than the backrest. If they're extended fully, it might barely fit into your trunk, but if you push to this lower height, you're going to have a lot easier time getting it into just about any trunk. This height of handle is a much more natural position for me, and it's at the lowest setting. To fold it up, you simply lift the seat, and these side bars on each side, and it collapses very easily. This frame is very lightweight. It's not very cumbersome, even though it's wider and sturdier. Now you do have to have your trunk pretty much empty in order to get this in. It takes up a little more space than some of the lighter weight models. But remember, you can take the handlebars off completely if you would need to. If you need to take these handlebars off, you can. It's just a little tight, but that makes it very secure. I mean, it feels like it's not going to wiggle at all once it's in there, and it doesn't. It's solid. Now it is pretty tight to get it back in, but it goes with just a little wiggle and it feels very sturdy. As I said, this just snaps into place. This seat is very comfortable. It's, I don't know how thick, maybe 2 inches thick here, and the backrest gives a lot of support. It's at the lower part of the back, but it just feels solid. It goes through most typical doors, even with the cup holder on. The reason we opted for this more sturdy version, it was, I don't know, ballpark of about $200 versus the cheaper versions, the lighter weight versions. The reason that was important to us is because sometimes the person that you're caring for is not able to sit down gently using the hand rests and is going to be doing more of a plop into the seat. And when that happens, of course, you're not dealing with just trying to shop for a walker that has a certain weight capacity, because the force of sitting down is much different than the weight of the person. And so you have to think about what your unique situation is. This walker is very, very sturdy, and it is a little extra wider. We found that's what we needed in our case. If you don't need the extra width and you don't need the extra strength. You probably could go with a cheaper version. We found though that this was just right for our needs. So I hope you found this information useful. Thanks.